Hello Fringers, Mallo here, and I want to get you caught up on everything that happened in the first half of Season 1 of Neon Trails. The show follows the lives of 5 wasteland travelers as they encounter mysterious scientists, radioactive monsters, and a shadowy corporate organization with bad means for those in America, maybe the entire world. Unlike our other shows, Neon Trails is based in the wastes, the free settlements and the towns between the megacities that aren't under corporate control. Solace, our main location for this show, is one of the larger settlements located southwest of the Santa Fe megaplex. Our intrepid group consists of Drawl, a competent but albeit anxiety-fueled fixer who grew up in Solace. Dog, a former greaser from the megaplexes who now lives in Solace and is obsessed with finding the truth about aliens. B, another Solace local and tinkerer who helps run a junk shop within the city. Mox, a part-time mad scientist accompanied by his dog Argos, who is always looking to improve the world around him and line his pockets at the same time. And finally, there's Galen, a mysterious bounty hunter who once lived in the megaplexes, but made his way to Solace for reasons we don't quite know why. Our story opens with Drawl and Galen working together to chase a bounty on Mox, who has built a prototype miniature dark wave generator. However, before they're able to make the sale, bandits come and attack. Mox ends up fleeing the scene with Drawl and Galen as they make their way back to Solace. Back in Solace, Drawl, Mox, and Galen meet with the holder of Mox's bounty, a wily man named Donovan, and Callisto, his bodyguard. They meet at the local dive bar in Solace called the Barfly. Unfortunately for the three of them, Mox's prototype does not pass muster, and Donovan pulls out of the deal. Donovan tries to get stiff with Galen and Mox. Dog sees this confrontation and uses the moment to convince the other patrons of the Barfly to kick Donovan out of the bar and out of Solace. Thankful for his help, Galen buys a round of drinks and plays wingman for B while she tries to hit on Callisto. B leaves with Callisto and has a romantic night with the bodyguard. When B wakes up the next morning, her person is gone and has left a leather jacket with a peculiar business card with an image of a Sphinx cat head on it, but more on that later. With no leads on jobs and no actual dark wave generator to sell, the 5 individuals decide to form a group. They take a simple delivery job to get acquainted and earn some extra cash. They take Galen's old, rusted Winnebago, which has been renamed by the group to the Windy Bagel, out for the trip. Along the road, they're intercepted by the DJs, a well-known and organized bandit group that has control over many square miles just outside of Solace. The group impresses the DJs and is invited to meet their leader, Freddie Mercury, who they learn, with the help of the DJs, has built in a massive underground facility in the desert, complete with real gardens and food. On the outside, it looks like the perfect utopia, but the group isn't convinced. Mercury asks the group to exchange their cargo for their freedom and some assistance from the DJs in the future. As it turns out, the cargo was genetic materials that Mercury plans to use on people to reverse the effects of radiation poisoning so many suffer living near the scar. They make the deal and are offered to stay at the facility as long as they wish. Still skeptical, though, of Mercury's motivations, the group decides to snoop around the complex. After getting into an argument with a wall, the group finds a massive weapons and vehicle cache in the basement of the large facility. Fearing for their life, the group decides not to share this information with anyone and leave as soon as possible. Back in Solace, the team is demoted within their freelancer guild for not delivering their cargo. Drawl is conflicted and upset with this outcome because it's her reputation as a fixer on the line. Keen to get back in the good graces with their guild and increase their rating, the team take on another job to deliver supplies to a mining colony near the Texas-America border. While on the road, they make camp for the night, but are woken up to the sound of claws scratching down the side of the Windy Bagel. Waking up, the team is attacked by a huge horned creature that nearly tears the entire back of their vehicle off. The team are able to fight off the monster and eventually make it to the mining colony, only to find more of the same creatures have been stalking them to this new settlement. The locals rush our heroes inside quickly and explain the monsters show up every night on the ridge, attack anyone outside, and make it completely unsafe for people to leave the colony. They meet a man named Chev, who doesn't seem totally truthful. And after a long conversation, the group figures out the miners are being held against their will and decide to step up and help. As you can imagine, they snoop around the facility. See a trend here? They descend with Chev to the lowest level of the colony that connects to an underground missile silo. The group are confronted by Chev's associate, Guy, a scientist who leads the group and who took over the mine in Silo, as well as several of Guy's armed guards. It's revealed Guy is holding some of the creatures' babies hostage, which explains why the creatures are interested in the colony, but also why they never come inside. They're worried Guy and his men will kill the babies if they get too close. Mox, seeing a fellow scientist, tries to de-escalate the situation by asking to see Guy's work, more than happy to explain what he's discovered. Guy demonstrates he's found a natural mutagenic substance that can transform humans into a hybrid monster creature for a short time if they inject the formula. He plans to sell the formula to whoever is willing to buy at the highest price. The team decides to act, and after a short but brutal battle in the silo, Guy, Chev, and their bodyguards are all killed. The heroes lead the babies out of the silo and into the night to be reunited with their parents. The miners, though, don't want to leave the settlement, so they leave the supplies and head back to Solace. On the way back to the settlement, Mox notices the scientist he killed back at the mining colony has a key fob with the same cat head symbol that was on the business card in B's pocket. Back in town, the team learns the cat head design is one used by the Cobalt Masquerade, so they decide to try to figure out who or what is the Cobalt Masquerade. They ask their contacts around town and are told the same thing: stay away from anyone associated with the Masquerade. Undeterred, the group try to piece together what information they gathered. They know the Cobalt Masquerade is made of the ultra-elite members of the highest societies. Drawl was never able to actually identify what it is they do. She finds evidence of the group gathering regularly and investing billions of souls in weapons and defense technology. The group also realizes the design of the cat head is actually grid coordinates that take them to an online site welcoming them to the Cobalt Masquerade, and alerting them that an agent would be dispatched to their location soon. Not knowing what, when, or who to expect to be coming to their location, the team decide to take on another job. When we last see our heroes, they've loaded up the Windy Bagel and are heading out into the wastes for their next job. They don't know what to expect both from the job or when they get home to Solace. And that's everything you need to know about the first half of Season 1. Join us live with the crew every other Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/Identico. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you out on the Neon Trails.